Welcome to the Team Butterfly Effect All Hands Call. It is the 23rd of March. It's almost April. Easter's going to be here before we know it. So just a couple pieces of news that I don't want to forget to tell you. Don't forget, as far as the sale of Daily Sunshine, the $30 off, we still have that for I think another week. So if you have anybody who has kids, or definitely reach out to them. I'm actually talking to 2 adults right now about Daily Sunshine. There are one girl specifically who isn't doing grains at all, so quinoa is included in that, and so she's not interested in Shakeology because of the quinoa, and Shakeology because it affects her body in a certain way. And I'm talking to somebody else for a similar reason like that. So just want to remind you that Daily Sunshine isn't just for kids. It's also for people who have sensitivities to other things that are in Shakeology. So know that that's there. Also, Super Sunday or Super Saturday in your area is right around the corner. So by all means, if you can, get your booty there, because the live events for Beachbody, like, you can't put it into words until you go. Like, there's just something magical about really getting to feel firsthand that you're a part of something bigger. And it's really hard to feel that when you're by yourself working out in your living room, of feeling that you're a part of something bigger. So coming together as a collective is really a beautiful thing, and that you get to experience and witness, and hearing other people's stories and learning from other leaders besides myself. I can't stress it enough. So I really, really hope you choose to go. Also, reminder that the Beach Bar is coming out next month. So our protein bar, which I'm so stoked about. Granola bars are a staple in my kid's lunchbox every day. So I'm really excited to take that money away from Walmart and give it into my point volumes every week or every month. I'm really excited about that. And so I'm telling you this now to just as a reminder, as you talk to people, like, a lot of people eat protein bars, so you're going to have people that you can help that aren't necessarily people who are going to spend the money on Shakeology. Maybe they're willing to, maybe protein bars are already a staple in their pantry, and so just having the option of something super clean, and then they're doing business with you, and so they're helping you out as a friend, that might be an option as well. So that's another commercial. Let's see, I got one more for, actually 2 more for you, just in regards to the team. I'll be announcing this on the team page on Monday, but we will be having another wellness crash course the first week of April. That's been really working out well for me personally within my business. So I'm hoping that if you engage and actually participate, it will be good for your business as well. So that will be going on. So you can start inviting to that ASAP. And for those of you who are listening to this, if you don't have a program that you're doing right now, I'm starting P90X3 on the April 2nd. So you're more than welcome to join me, and I would love to have you join me if you're interested. But let's get to the meat of today's call. We are talking about recruiting. So, and I know for many of you who are like, but Aubrey, like, I'm just a new coach, or I haven't made my first sale. Why do I need to worry about recruiting? Well, you gotta start somewhere. Everybody's got to start somewhere. So today we're talking about recruiting and growing your team. So the first place to start, one of the easiest places to start, are with your challengers and with your customers. So pay attention. Who's been active and motivating in your groups? If people are already one of the first people to like and comment on people's things, if they're giving tips and advice and they're truly engaging, and they're not just like a fly on the wall and just posting their workout and coming in and getting out, those are the people who have a high potential of being a really great coach. They're already advocates, they're already motivators, and so pay attention to that. Spend time getting to know those people. So those people who are really taking the time to show up, find out more about them. What drives them? What motivates them? Spend more time, whether it be engaging in personal messages with them or whether it's meeting them in person and face-to-face and really finding out. So say, for example, maybe you know that the accountability is really huge for them and has been really, really great for their wellness journey, and they've liked having a group of people to check in with. So talking to them about how upping their accountability to actually be the leader ups the accountability even more. When you step up to be a leader, it's really, really challenging to expect your people to do something and you not be willing to do it in return. So I have experienced this myself. My nutrition is probably 50 times better than it was, or maybe 50 to 75% better now than it was when I became a coach. When I became a coach, I still was sometimes cooking out of a box. I still sometimes was, well, there are a lot of things that I don't do now that, like, the ultimate reset totally changed for me. So maybe it is the accountability. Maybe they need some extra cash, and maybe they've considered canceling their Shakeology because their husband isn't liking the amount of money that they're spending on it. Maybe there's that. And so maybe just finding a couple people extra to help a month, that would help pay for their Shakeology. So finances are issue. You can talk to them about, becoming a coach is a way that you never have to make your wellness be something that you cut from the budget, because you're actually have turned it into a business and you're making money from it. Maybe they are someone who is really lacking, feeling like they are doing anything substantial. Maybe they're feeling a lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? Purpose. They're just looking for a greater purpose to really help people. Maybe they have a boring, and I don't mean to be mean to anyone who has this, maybe they just have like a boring HR job or accounting job, or hey honey, and they don't feel like they're doing a lot of significance to people. Hold on just one second. Your snack is on the table. Okay? And so maybe they're needing a little bit more significance in their lives. Maybe that's it. I mean, you can talk to them about how much it meant to you the first time you got a thank you note or a shout out from one of your customers or your clients or even a team member, and how would it make you feel to know that you really are changing the lives and the trajectory of someone's life by helping them change their wellness. So then there's that. So just get to know them, know what drives them. For me personally, one of my major drivers to really start pushing into this business is I love to travel. And once I found out that I could earn vacations, not only earn some side cash, but earn vacations for my family, that was like the thing that I needed to know to start pushing. So you never know what's going to motivate somebody, and it might not be the same thing that motivates you. And then you just have to help them understand or see, like, connect the dots of how can coaching help them fulfill those driving forces. Lead with the business opportunity and tell them why you think that they would be great at it. Everybody likes hearing words of positive reinforcement. Really let them know what you see in them and why you think they would be great at it. And then offer the discount opportunity as a last resort. So this is something to consider, guys. As you're growing and you're building your business, you financially will see so much more return on your time investment for coaching if you actually have coaches underneath you who are wanting to grow a business and not just wanting to collect the discount. Let me explain something to you real quick. So every single customer that you have, you make 25% off of in regards to commission. So if you offer the discount coach opportunity to someone, they are then saving 25% on their Shakeology, which means you are losing that commission. So everybody that's underneath you, you are not getting, so who are on your team, you are no longer getting commission for. So that needs to be worth you giving up your commission, their commission for. So if, you know, you have to look at that. If they're not interested, or if they're not willing to grow a business, and you're willing, but you give up your commission, you're no longer getting paid for helping that person and being a part of, having them a part of your challenge group. However, I've offered the discount opportunity to many people for many reasons. One is because it's been a thing of integrity for me. Maybe they weren't taking that much time and energy on my part anymore. And they, oh, my dog is demanding to be in my lap. And they are, my 100-pound dog in my lap. And they possibly would stop drinking Shakeology if they didn't have some sort of monthly savings. So it sometimes helps with the longevity of the people within your tribe. Shut down. If they're actually saving money monthly. And then also another reason why I've offered it to people is just to help with my rank. So in order to be at a particular pay scale, or to get a couple different perks, you need to be certain ranks. So say, for example, if you're a coach and don't have anybody under you, you're a coach. So sometimes a lot of people offer the discount coach opportunity right at the beginning to their first 2 customers who stick around, so they're able to get to that first rank of Emerald. So they have one person on each side to get to Emerald. So you may offer it in that regard, okay? And sometimes discount coaches have no intention of ever working the business, but then they find themselves along the path deciding to go for it. Like, say, for example, Jill Toski, who's a part of this team, never had intention of working the business. Let's see, I'm sure there's many of you who are watching right now who never had any intention of working the business, but then you stuck around for a while and then you decided to go for it. So don't ever just assume that it's never going to happen. So that's why I still do offer it to people who've been around for a significant period of time, because out of integrity, I want to give them the opportunity to save the cash. But just know that you are giving up your commission at that point. Here's the thing, though, you make volume, though. So you'll make bonuses off of what they do underneath you. But that's the reason why you obviously want to try to, it's better to grow a team with working coaches than discount coaches, because then you have a lot of people in your community, and you can have a ton of people under you and not be making very much money if the people under you aren't working. So, you know, it's a coin toss, but simultaneously, with every rank you get to, you make more off of those bonuses. So as an Emerald, you make a certain amount. As a Ruby, you make a certain amount. As a Diamond, you make a certain amount. So I do my damnedest to at least keep my Diamond rank, because I want to stay at that pay scale. So do I have lots of discount coaches under me in order to be placeholders to hold that rank? Because I need at least 8 people on each leg? Sure, absolutely I do. But just do it as a last resort. Fitness enthusiasts and natural leaders. They're a different breed, absolutely. So you need to know that some people may never be inclined to join an accountability group first. So there may be some people in your world who would be amazing coaches, but you just inviting them to an accountability group will never say yes to. So a lot of times, if they always tell us no, we just assume that they're not interested and would never do it in the first place. But I'll be completely real with you right here, and I'm sorry if you hear a really loud noise. I live really close to an airport, and a plane is flying really low right now. But Jill Toski on this team, she is a natural leader. She has told me many a times before, she would have never said yes to joining an accountability group if that was the invitation originally. Myself, I would have never joined an accountability group. I was never a part of an accountability group until I was running an accountability group. Why? Because I was already a fitness enthusiast. I already had a great routine physically that was working for me. I didn't need anybody to help me along that path. Some people are going to do this because they love the products and they love the programs and they become an advocate, and maybe they never actually became a part of an accountability group, or maybe they're just really interested in a business opportunity. So know that the same steps might not be the way that you find those coaches for your team. So you look for people that you admire and you get to know them and you share the potential you see in them. But here's the deal, guys. Sometimes you look for people you admire in your direct circle. Sometimes I've placed ads on Instagram to find people who are just looking to start a business. So whether you're actually investing money into your business and placing an ad, or you're looking for people who are looking to grow a business, or literally just look for people who have those qualities that would make a great coach. Do they already love fitness? Are they already a personal trainer or a fitness instructor? Or maybe are they like someone like Jill, who was already on her own wellness journey and just really deep into her own journey, making her own life changes. Or just some of those people who have those huge, big hearts with natural charisma. So you need to look for those people that you admire and find out what are their driving forces, just like the other people before. So what drives them? How would coaching be fulfilling to them? And know with this group of people, particularly, it's going to be a longer process. It's going to be a slower process, because at this point in the game, a lot of them don't need you, or they don't see how they would need you, and they don't get how this would be life-changing for them in many ways. And so it's going to take a long process, potentially. However, with these people, I really encourage you to use our monthly marketing plan of the free group and the webinar. Why is that? Guys, I need for you to let me help you grow this business. There's not one of you in here right now who's a coach on this team, besides Kellen, who came in as a coach as a fitness professional already. None of you did, and that's okay. But it's going to take more time for you to establish credibility as a coach to attract these types of people. Not saying you can't. You can, especially if you have a personal relationship with them and you have a really good rapport. However, it may take them engaging with me and the community for them to actually get sold on it as a business. So when I say use the free group, and I say those people might have never have actually participated in an accountability group. So how do I word that to these people? So if I have someone who I really think would be a great coach and I want them on my team, I don't invite them to accountability group. I invite them to my free group as a means to say, come check out, come engage, see how I help people get started with their wellness, and just to kind of just to be a fly on the wall and see how I help people, and see if that means of engagement with others would be something you would like to learn more about and emulate. I'm not trying to, and I'm very clear, you probably don't need my help. You probably don't need my help, but this is going to wait for you to see if you like the way that I'm helping people, and if it's something you think that you could do, or if you wanted to do it. And so then, after they engage in the free group, if they stick around for the group, and if they enjoy the group, then I invite them to the webinar where we talk about it, where we talk about coaching as a business and what I do on a daily basis and how they can get started and so on, which I have confidence in me being able to sell that to them because I've been doing it for 7 years. But if you still haven't had your first customer, or if you still haven't signed your first coach, it's going to be more challenging because you're not as confident. And that's it. It's like confidence is one of the best selling tools there are, because when you believe in something and when you have faith in something, you're not selling it. You're just sharing your enthusiasm. And I'm really good at that. So I'm asking you to please, please, please let me help you with this process. Invite people to these things and say, I'd like for you to meet my coach. She's a fitness professional as well. She's been doing this for 7 years. Let me have her answer your questions. So be the team member you want and act as if. So if you're watching this webinar or you're watching this right now, the first thing I have to say is congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing it. Because you just showing up to watch the call is showing that you are being a team member. You're showing up. You might not be on live, maybe you are live, but you're showing up as a team member. And we don't attract what we want. We attract who we are. So if you're someone on this team who says they want to coach, but yet you never show up for our team calls or coaching calls, or you never watch the recordings, then that's saying to the universe that you really don't want it that much. If you're not willing to be a team member, how do you, it's hard to be a leader if you don't know how to be a member. Why would people want to follow you if you can't actually be the one who engages as well? So we don't attract what we want, we attract who we are. So if you want a team, be the team member that you would want to have. Also, go ahead and create a team name. What does your organization stand for? Start imagining in your brain what you're wanting to build. Because the more you know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it, the more effective you're going to be in your communication. So already have those things in your head. Act as if you have a team. Speak life into that. And go ahead and create the systems you would need to help a new coach get started now. So start with a welcome letter. Why do I say that? Sometimes we hesitate on actually inviting people to join our team because we're scared that we don't know what we're going to do once we get them. Oh crap, what if they say yes? What am I going to do? Start making that plan so then you're not so scared. If you put time and energy into, well, first of all, you better have done your new coach training, okay? If you haven't done that, you need to complete it. The next thing is make your own welcome letter. Start contemplating the steps and the systems that you would do with someone who came on. Spend a little bit of your personal development time actually creating those systems. And if you'd like a copy of my welcome letter, I'm more than happy to share it with you. But if you're my personally sponsored coach, there's a high probability you already have it. I probably would like to revamp my welcome letter, but at least I have something to send out to people. So then if you have someone say, yes, let's do it tomorrow, you're not scrambling to get them started. You're already prepared. So the more you can act as if you're already a leader and have those systems in place, the less hesitation you're going to have to actually invite those people to join your team. All right, friends. That is what I got for you today. Jill, do you have anything that you'd like to add?
No, I think you pretty much got it covered. Great job.
Okay. Jill's the other one in the organization with the significant downline, so I trust if she had anything to add in there. All right, friends. I hope you guys have a freaking amazing weekend. Do something to make your heart happy. Do something to fill your cup, because if your cup is full, your cup runneth over, and you have more to share. You will be a more productive, more successful coach if you take time filling your own cup on a regular basis. I love you guys, and see you next time. Next week will be a community support call. Bye, guys.